All right, stop what you're doing and take a look at the clothes that you've put on this morning. They're likely contributing to the warming of our planet. But there is a movement to make not only sustainable, but also biodegradable clothing out of tea. Our Keely Chalmers explains.
Black tea, green tea, the hibiscus tea.
Fiona Bell is talking about tea. Kombucha, to be exact.
Kombucha is a fermented tea.
What to some might look grody looks to Bell like clothing.
I developed a biodegradable wearable made from kombucha SCOBY. And this is the SCOBY.
A leather of sorts made from the filmy culture that grows in kombucha.
Here's this whole layer that's been growing.
Bell harvests that film, that's the SCOBY, and dries it. It essentially becomes a biodegradable leather. This is a breastplate she designed out of the SCOBY.
The material itself is incredibly similar to leather, having similar strength and flexibility properties to animal and plastic-based leathers currently on the market.
A recent study out of CU suggests the fashion industry is responsible for about 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Approximately 20 new garments are made for each person every year on this planet, and fashion purchases have increased 60% since 2000. SCOBY clothes would be much more sustainable.
So some of the benefits of kombucha SCOBY is that it's firstly grown, so it's a renewable resource.
Turning cultures into couture.
I'm hoping that all of this really encourages people to start growing their own clothing in the future.
Maybe not something we'll see on the store shelves next week or even next year, but maybe someday we'll all be wearing what we drink. Keely Chalmers, 9 News.
Well, because the SCOBY leather is biodegradable, when you're done wearing it, you don't throw it in the trash. You compost it just like you would food waste, and it'll break down in 30 days. Now, if you're worried, like Ed mentioned, about that happening while you're actually wearing it, you don't have to, because it needs the microbes in the soil to actually break it down.
So do you wear it one time? Like, because you can't wash it, clearly.
Well, no, I think you can wash it.
Okay.
I think it's specifically the microbes in that soil. So unless you're doing your laundry with soil, and then we got to talk about something all together
That's a whole
differently.
new issue.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that people are thinking outside of the box, because we've known for a very long time that clothing that ends up in landfills takes a very long time to break down. A lot of companies have these buybacks so that you're not putting them in the landfill and they can reuse and recycle them. But this is just another way to think about it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You know, Ed, forever we've said you are what you eat, but apparently now you wear what you drink.
That's right. And as you and I were saying, we wear what we drink all the time. We spill coffee here, we spill something else over here. So, yeah, so that's what happens.